Hi, Nancy here with more Nature Notes with Nancy. We're going to explore Sulphur Spring Conservation Area in early spring. Join me. This is Colts Foot. When it's open, it looks a lot like dandelion, but you can see that it has bracts or small leaf-like appendages on the stem of the plant. Soon these stems and flowers will disappear, and behind will be left a leaf in the shape of a horse's foot, hence the name Colts Foot. Colts Foot likes to grow where it's sunny, so often along roadsides or trail sides. This plant was actually introduced over from Europe because the root of this plant can be used to help sore throats. When Colts Foot goes to seed, it has the same fuzzy heads that dandelions have. Here you can see the new leaves looking like the shape of a horse's foot starting to form. Wild ginger is just starting to unfurl its leaves in the forest. This wild ginger is completely out in full leaf. You can see the flowers are growing now too. These flowers are so close to the ground and they produce a bit of a smell, so carrion beetles, beetles that normally eat dead things, are attracted to them. And they're the pollinators. Red trilliums are also known as stinking Benjamin or wake robin. Some blue cohosh, including some in bloom. The white-throated sparrow. Sweet, sweet Canada, Canada, Canada. We have a nibbler in our midst, most likely a rabbit, and has been chewing, looking for a little bit of an extra meal. Rabbits will often nip off twigs and branches on 45-degree angles. As the snow disappears, we can often find signs where squirrels have been storing their food and eating it. Often squirrels will look for a higher spot to work like a table to eat from, where they can keep a close eye on predators nearby. This one's been feasting on many, many pine cones. One of my favorite places to visit in the spring is a vernal pond. Vernal means spring, like the vernal equinox. These ponds appear after all the snow and ice melt and will stay for a few months, probably on into June, and then disappear, dry up. These become very important breeding grounds for frogs, toads, and salamanders, and many different types of insects as well. In fact, one time we came back to this pond and found what looked like living, breathing pine cones moving around. We discovered it was actually caddisfly larvae that had attached scales from pine cones that the squirrels had been so generous in casting after eating the seeds. Caddisfly larvae often will attach different things that they find in the bottom of a pond or a stream to their bodies to camouflage themselves so they can sneak up on their food, other insects that they eat. Tonight it'll likely be deafening at this pond with all the frogs and toads singing, looking for a mate. Why at nighttime? Because the predators can't find them. In particularly wet areas on the trail, you can actually see some marsh marigolds growing. A swamp marigold growing everywhere in the swampy area. Things are happening at Sulphur Spring Conservation Area all year round. We'll see you next time on Nature Notes with Nancy.